طيب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Today's session is the first online session, I think, since last week you attended in your class. It was we were working in class, so this is the first online session that we have, and we are going to talk about morphology, which is chapter number 6 in your book, if you follow the book. What is morphology? We need to know what morphology is before talking about the other details about this field of study, of linguistic study. See, the word morphology in biology was used previously. It was used in biology. It means the study of the form and the structure of animals and plants. This is in biology. But in linguistics, it has another definition. It doesn't have the same. So it was taken from that. The word morphology was taken from biology. Then they started using it to refer to the study of the description of how words are formed in language. It is about the word formation. I mean, how we make words, how we form words in a language. So how words are formed in a language. Or we can say it is the study of how morphemes are used in a language to make words. So it is the study of morphemes and how we can say how they operate in the structure of a word. So in linguistics, this is what we have to focus on. We need to focus on this definition, the study of and description of how words are formed in language. So this is the definition of morphology in linguistics. So it means, or it refers to the study of the word formation, how we make words, how morphemes are structured, or how morphemes operate in the structure of a word. What is a morpheme? So morphology, we said morphology is the study of morphemes and how they operate in the structure of a word. So what is a morpheme? We need to know what a morpheme is. So the basic units, is said the basic units of morphology are the morphemes. A minimal unit. So what is a morpheme? It is a minimal unit of meaning or grammatical function. So it means it is the smallest unit. The smallest unit that has either meaning or grammatical function. So the smallest unit that has meaning or grammatical function is called morphology. So morpheme. So morpheme is the smallest unit of meaning or grammatical function. I mean, when you have a word and you divide this word into different units, into smaller units, you can get units of words that has meaning or grammatical function within that word. For example, if you look at the word talk, can you divide the word talk further? I mean, can we divide it into smaller units? Yes, we can divide it into sounds, but sounds don't have meaning. They are used to distinguish meaning, but they don't have the meaning when they are on their own. For example, the word talk, it has different sounds. Ta is one sound, o is another sound, and ka is the third sound. So it has three sounds, but these sound separately when they are alone. I mean, when each one of them is alone, it doesn't have meaning. It doesn't have meaning. So what is a morpheme? Look at the next word, talks. If you divide this word into further units, if you divide the word talks into smaller units, so we can say talk plus s. So we can say talk plus s. So talk is a smaller unit than talks. Does it have a meaning? Yes, talk has a meaning. So it is a morpheme, and at the same time it is a word. So talk is a word and a morpheme at the same time. The S at the end of the word talks. So talks, the S at the end of the word talk has a meaning when I say, or has a grammatical function. So when I say talk, or talks. There is a difference. So talks is used to refer to a third person singular number in the present tense or present tense. So it is called third person singular number, present tense S. So when I say he, when I use the, for example, the pronoun he or she, we say he talks or she talks or Ahmed talks. So the S here has a grammatical function at the end of the word talks. So any unit, any smaller unit or minimal unit in the structure of a word that has meaning or grammatical function, it is called what we call it? We call it a morpheme. Can you hear me, Saeed? Saeed? Hello, Saeed. Can you hear me?
ايه دكتور كان علي ميوتي وايوه اسمعك.
So the word we say talks has how many morphemes? It has 2 morphemes. Talk plus the plural,
Yes.
the plural morpheme that has grammatical function in the word talks. You got it? So we use it when we refer to third person singular number in present tense. We say he talks, she talks, Ahmed talks, Ali talks, and so on. Another word, talker. It has also 2 morphemes, talk plus ER. ER here has a meaning. It means someone who talks. Talked. How many morphemes does it contain, the word talked? Can you tell?
Maybe 2.
Maybe, yeah, 2 morphemes. What are they?
Talk and the ED.
Talk, and we call it, what do we call this ED? We call it past tense morpheme. It is called past tense morpheme. Past tense morpheme. And the word talking, how many morphemes does it contain? Also?
2.
2 morphemes. What are they? Talk plus the present participle ing that indicate continuous aspect. So here, how many morphemes do you? So you notice here the word talk has only 1 morpheme. Talks has 2 morphemes. Talk plus plural morpheme. The word talker has 2 morphemes. Talk plus the er. Talk plus the past tense morpheme in talked, and talk plus the present participle morpheme in talking. So a morpheme can be a word. So it can be what? A word or smaller than a word, or smaller than a word. What do you notice here? So a morpheme is a word or any suffix, or we can say any prefix that is attached to the word is a morpheme. If you look at the word reopened below, go to the word reopened. How many morphemes does it contain? Reopened.
3 or 4.
What are they?
Maybe re and open and ed.
So three, not 4, huh? So the word reopened consists of how many morphemes? It consists of 3 morphemes. Re, then open, and the past tense ed morpheme. So the past tense morpheme. So it has 3 morphemes: re, open, and the past tense morpheme, which is ed here present. So how many morphemes does it contain? 3 morphemes. And you notice open is a morpheme and a word at the same time. But re is a morpheme, but is it a word?
Not simple.
No, it is not a word. It is a prefix. We call it a prefix. You know prefix and suffix?
Yeah, prefixes and suffixes.
So re is a prefix. What about ed here, past tense morpheme? It is a suffix. It is
suffix.
So a morpheme, you can recognize morphemes. If you are asked, for example, to identify how many morphemes does any word contain, you can recognize it by taking the root of the word and the others, which are suffixes or prefixes. The other morphemes are either prefixes or suffixes. So here we have the prefix re, the suffix past tense ed, past tense morpheme, and the word itself open. We have 3 morphemes. So we have re, open, and past tense morpheme. So the word here has 3 morphemes. So again, we said morphology is the study of morphemes and how morphemes operate in the structure of words. So it is the study of morphemes and how they operate in the structure of words. And what is a morpheme? We said a morpheme is the minimal. So a morpheme is the minimal. A morpheme is the minimal unit. The minimal unit. So you have to focus on this definition. The minimal unit or of meaning or grammatical function. The smallest. Minimal means the smallest. So the smallest unit of meaning or the smallest unit of grammatical function is called what? Morpheme. It is called morpheme. Yes. Mm-hmm. So morphemes, see the word tourist. Tourist. What are the morphemes of the word tourist? How many morphemes does it contain? It has, can you tell? Said? Mute. Hello, Said?
Yes, doctor. It has 3 morphemes.
It has 3 morphemes. The word tourist has 3 morphemes. What are they?
Tour and the plural one and IST.
IST. So tour, which is the word here. The word tour is a word. So it is a word and a morpheme at the same time. And the suffix ist, which means it has a meaning here. It means someone. Someone. It refers to someone. So it has a grammatical function and meaning here. It refers to when I say, for example, tourist, linguist, scientist. The ist at the end of these words refer to someone. And the s here is plural morpheme. So we have 3 morphemes, 2 suffixes, and the word itself, tour. The word hunters, how many morphemes does it contain?
Also 3.
Also 3 morphemes. They are hunt, then er, which refers to someone who hunts, and the plural morpheme, which is hunter, or the plural morpheme, which is the s here. The word reactivate. 4 morphemes. It appears here. See, which is the word out of them? Can you tell me which is the morpheme that represents that is used as a word at the same time?
Act.
Act. So act is the root. Re is the prefix that occurs before the root. IVE is another morpheme, and ATE is the third or the fourth morpheme. So we have here 4 morphemes. Re, then we have act, which is a word at the same time. So a morpheme can also be a word. So it is either a word or part of a word. A word or part of a word. As in act here, in hunt, in tour, in tourists. Okay? Free morpheme and bound morphemes. Morphemes are of 2 types. So a morpheme can be either free or what? Or bound. So a morpheme can be free or bound. What is the difference between free morpheme and bound morpheme? See here, free morphemes. So morphemes are of 2 types. How many types of morphemes do we have? We have 2 types.